tell if food is high in salt, you need to look out for some key indicators. And today we want to talk about 5 of these indicators. So our topic today is, how do you know if food is high in salt? You would think this question is so simple to answer, but that's not it. Wait and get the answers. This is the Holistic Wellness Sports. So in today's video, if you are a new person watching this video, or you are a subscriber, or you are a returning viewer, our topic today is, how do you know if a food is high in salt? We want to check out 5 key indicators that can settle this question. So we start with nutritional labels. On every food package or every food products that you are going to buy, either at the market, the supermarket, or anywhere, there are nutritional labels on them. And on these nutritional labels, you'll find a lot of things there. One of them is sodium content. So to consider or to tell if a food is high in salt, per every 100 grams, if the salt amount is more than 1.5 grams, it is high in salt. And in other words, when it's more than 0.6, talking about the sodium content, then meaning it has high amounts of sodium. That's per 100 grams. So per 200 grams, you just times it. Per 300 grams, you just add, and you'll be able to get this right figure. This is one of the key indicators to tell if a food is high in salt or sodium. Now let's talk about the second one, that is percent daily value. Percent daily value. This still stands with the food, the nutritional labels on food. Talking about sodium content, when the daily value percentage, when the daily value percentage is more than 20%, mostly on the nutritional label, they write DV, daily value, then percentage sign. So if this DV is anything above 20%, get these numbers right. If it's anything above 20%, then this food is considered high when it comes to its sodium content. That is it. Now let's discuss the third point, which is ingredient list. Ingredient list. When foods are being processed, there are preservatives added to them, and these preservatives are added to them so that they can last longer. Their lifespan can be extended. Some of these preservatives are related to sodium, and they are high. We are going to mention about 3 of them. One is sodium chloride. Another one is monosodium glutamate. And this monosodium glutamate, on the package, it's written as MSG. And I think if you've heard of MSG before, you can write it down in the comments. So MSG is the short form for monosodium glutamate. Now the third one is a general one that you know, that's sodium bicarbonate, or we generally know as baking soda. Everybody knows baking soda. If you know baking soda, you can also write it down. If you know what baking soda is being used for, you can write them down in the comments. So these 3 things that we mentioned, you can find sodium. They are all high in sodium. So when they are used too much in a particular food, anything being prepared, if they are high, then it's really something that you need to consider and be cautious about. Now let's talk about the fourth one, that's processed food and packaged foods. Foods like processed meats, like ham, sausage, and the rest. We can also talk about canned soup. We can talk about fast food. We can talk about ready-to-go meals. Yes, all these are high when it comes to salt and sodium because of what they use in preparing them. So these two, you need to cut them down. When you take it too much, you need to cut them down, and this is really going to help you. You need to be very cautious of this. These things, when you see them, you can know that this food is high in salt. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the key indicators to know if a food is high in salt. Now let's talk about the last one. That's a general one. You don't need any calculation, you don't need any readings or anything at all. It's just the tongue that's going to tell you. That's what tastes. That's the fifth point. Taste. So when you take in the food, when it's salty, you know. When it's less salty too, you know. So any food that you taste and it's so much salty, you need to be cautious of that food. Don't continue taking it, because when you take it too much, you know the repercussions. We've talked about the side effects of taking too much sodium. You can find that in this video up here. So some chips too, they are high in salt. You need to also be cautious of taking them. So these 5 indicators that we've mentioned, if you are able to understand them very well, you are able to understand these clues very well, you'll be able to identify the salt content in foods, and that, I'm very sure, will help you make healthy choices. That's all we need. Making choices and making habitual changes. These are the 2 things when it comes to salt. Taking in the right amount of salt, healthy choices, and habitual changes. That's the main thing. So this is where we end today's video on how to know if a food is high in salt. So if this video you found it very valuable, be kind to us, like it, and any comments you want to drop down there, put it there. We are going to read it and we are going to answer them. Share it to others so that they can also educate themselves. You already know our coaching programs, which involves the general coaching program and also the customized one. Any of them you would like to get started on for your weight loss journey or losing belly fats, just send us a message. Get into the description. You find the WhatsApp link there and also the website. Any of them, just tap into it and you will follow the next step. So this is where we end today's video today, and we meet you another time.